Hi there! You're invited to listen to an exclusive excerpt from the next episode that I'll be publishing on Sunday. My next guest is absolutely fascinating, and this is just a teaser of what you can expect from our discussion. Enjoy listening, and I'll see you on Sunday for the full episode.
Welcome to FinScale, a podcast created by Solène Niederkorn, shedding light on innovation in finance, banking, and insurance.
Paul Allard, CEO and co-founder of Impak Analytics.
If we want to successfully achieve transformation of our economies, it will and it is needed to be with the financial sector, as the financial flows needs to be redirected towards these organizations, these companies that are understanding that their transformation is utmost importance.
Without necessarily focusing on a finance lesson this episode, we have a top-notch course worthy of Thomas Piketty on the financialization of the economy and the related consequences. This discussion introduces us to the concept of positive and negative impact-related companies and the ways in which Impak Analytics measures it. We look at the methodology applied to listed and issuer companies as well as those that are not listed. This scale-up established in Canada and France counts Société Générale and Altalurra Ventures among its investors. Paul explains the nature of the partnership with a French financial group and how the relationship was formed. He also reflects on the shift from B2C to B2B and outlines the value proposition around the mission he and his team have set for themselves: to deploy the most rigorous impact analysis of the financial sector to redirect capital towards the economy with the most positive impact on our planet. We also dive into Impak Analytics relationships with corporations and different stakeholders in the ecosystem, such as consultants. Enjoy the show! Hello, everyone. Hello, Paul.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. I'm very happy to have you on my podcast. Prior to starting, I would like to thank Mark Wamser, who kindly made the intro to you. Paul, maybe we could start by this. Could you please quickly present yourself to our audience?
Yeah, in a short version, I'm a Canadian born. I was born in Western Canada. I moved to Quebec, the province, in Quebec City, in Montreal. And when I was pretty young, my dad wanted me to be raised in French. And I have a training in, I studied in civil engineering. I have a training as a musician. So I have I'm a cellist by training also. And I worked a bit for 10 years in entertainment on stage. And after that, I switched to business. I did my MBA in finance, and I've been at building companies from blueprint with family, friends, and fools funding to Series A, Series B, and going public transactions. I've done 6 or 7 of those. So, and I did also a bit of M&A in New York between 2 companies, 2 startups that I've created. And I created Impak Analytics in 2017. Mm-hmm. Because I think that today innovation and startups should all be focused on trying to deal with the most pressing issues our society is facing. I think that the energy should 100% be devoted, innovation, AI, to how can we deal with the pressing issues underlined by the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. That's what I'm convinced about. So that's what we created. Impak was created in 2017 and in its current format in 2018.
Okay. And when did you start considering that climate was a major issue? Did you have a sort of epiphany or a moment? What was the trigger?
Yeah, that's a very interesting question. Well, actually, I was fresh out from an MBA in the end of 90s and early 2000. I have created a tech company around interactive television, and we went public. And so I had to work with an investment banker at that time in 1999, 2000. I worked a year with an investment banker, and I thought I knew everything fresh from the MBA in finance, which I understood that in the real life, I knew nothing about short selling, pump and dump, triple CDOs, and go on and so forth. And short selling was the amazing thing that I couldn't believe that was legal. I still believe that a lot of these products should be illegal, but that's where I got really interested in what the finance economy was all about and how our society was upside down. Because our society should include one aspect, which is the economy and which is the financial economy. It should not be the other way around. But today and for the last 50 years, every decision making whatsoever is based on the financial aspect, which is a huge mistake. And as I say, today with the deregulation that has started in 1971, when we privatized money creation with Nixon, that has left by itself the Bretton Woods Accord. Well, we've seen 2008 and nothing was fixed in terms of regulation, insurance rules. It was only just to look good, but nothing was fixed. And just before the crisis, the COVID crisis, the financial economy was representing, according to Piketty and all the French economist school, it was between 80 to 100 times bigger than the real economy. Wow. That's a real problem. Why? Because most of the decisions were made just according to financial returns, whatever the effects on human beings, on the environment, on social aspects of it. And we're stuck today on the bridge of falling in the cliff, and we're starting to fall due to the financial system, mainly with this financial approach that I think is really what brought us to us.
Now that you've heard an excerpt from the upcoming episode on Sunday, make sure you stay tuned and connected so you don't miss a beat.